The most direct threat towards the anti-imperialist movement in this country right now is not Hillary Clinton with her neoconservative propaganda or Bernie Sanders with his so-called progressive support for Ukraine. The most direct threat towards the anti-imperialist movement is the political element that claims to be anti-imperialist. I'm talking about figures such as Ben Norton, who Caleb Maupin has called out a lot. People like Ben Norton put out statements that, intentionally or not, divide and hinder the anti-imperialist movement by making it seem like orgs like CPI should be treated as untouchable. That's the message that people like Ben Norton put forth to a great deal of developing radicals. And it's no surprise that Ben Norton, as well as most of the other so-called socialist influencers, have not even talked about the Uhuru case. I suspect that's because the Uhuru case isn't the most opportune thing to talk about. The thing about these forces, these influencers who have been dividing the anti-imperialist movement, hindering it for their own benefit, is even though they are capable of drawing a lot of leftists, a lot of developing radicals towards dead-end solutions, into the ditch, as Caleb calls it, they're not capable of alienating the people as a whole from our movement. They're not capable of making it so that the average person is hostile towards something like Rage Against the War Machine or the Center for Political Innovation. And that represents great hope. I believe that the December 2nd conference in Oregon that's coming up is going to be quite successful at building our movement. If the December 2nd conference itself doesn't bring in a lot of people, it's going to at least start off a process that ends with the movement greatly growing, that ends with coalitions like Rage Against the War Machine getting respected among tens of millions more people. And this is because even though these pseudo-radical or pseudo-Marxist elements are a direct threat towards us, they're only capable of reaching a niche audience. And that's what we need to remember about them. We got this. We're going to win the people.